What's up, everybody? Today we'll be making Jajangmyeon noodles, also known as black bean noodles. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Michael for sharing this recipe with me. It's one of the best things I had in a while. If you guys have any suggestions for recipes, be sure to share it down below in the comments. My fridge is literally empty, so we're gonna go to a Korean grocery store called H Mart and pick up some stuff for the recipe. I grabbed a potato but didn't actually use it for the recipe, but it is an option as a topping. There were tons of different options for black bean sauce. I honestly did not know what to go with, but I just went with the one with the jar because I thought it would be very easy to put away the sauce in the end, and I think it was worth the extra price for the jar sauce because it tasted great. For noodles, you have the options of getting udon noodles or Jjajang noodles. I got some fresh Jjajang noodles in the refrigerated section, but you could also find the dry noodles in like the dry section, which is usually labeled as dry. You can get dry noodles if you want, if you're not sure you're going to make the recipe anytime soon, but I prefer fresh noodles. Now time for the meat. You want to get pork shoulder, butt, and chops. This just had a mixture of all three. I think I got everything I needed from the grocery store, but I think I'm going to go and browse the house section and look for snacks now. I did not know how I left the store without picking up any of these cute house items. Everything was like literally pink and just like the pink kitchen of my dreams. And I had some kind of willpower to like not pick up any of these things. There's even a pink Hello Kitty toaster. I've never seen one of these in real life before. It's so cute. And this pink rice cooker from Cuckoo, it's like a really good brand. I really want one of these. I believe there's another pink rice cooker here, also by Cuckoo, with more of a rose gold kind of pink. Let's start on the marinade. In a large bowl, add in 1 pound of the diced meat. Sorry there's gonna be a lot of laughing in the background. I'm live streaming cooking streams on Twitch right now and recording for YouTube at the same time, so it's gonna be hard to edit these videos now without my constant laughter. Add in a tablespoon of rice vinegar. Rice vinegar makes everything taste really good. I love having this in my pantry. I also use this for sushi rice. Season it with half a teaspoon of salt. Of course, seasoning is like to taste, so if you prefer more salt, feel free to add more. But keep in mind we'll be seasoning it even more when we're making the sauce. Add in half a teaspoon of black pepper. Be careful not to sneeze. I literally always sneeze when there's black pepper out. We're gonna stir this together, leave it to the side, and marinate it for 15 minutes. We're gonna cut up some veggies. Let's cube up the zucchini. I was super embarrassed with this part because I was trying to get the camera to like capture the angles on two different cameras, one for the live streaming camera and one for the YouTube camera, so it kind of looks awkward while I'm cutting the zucchini. But I'm just cutting it into long strips and just dicing it up the other direction. Okay. I hope none of you are actually here for my knife cutting skills, because if you are, you'll be severely disappointed because I have zero knife skills. Next is cutting the onions. I hate cutting onions because they're painful, but you just need to avoid the core where it actually makes you cry. But just peel the onion and dice it up.
Oh my god, I'm starting to feel teary. Oh, it burns a little.
You kind of want them to be like dice-sized pieces, so don't make them too small and make them a little bit bigger than usual. Now cut the cucumbers into thin long pieces. This cucumber is more for like garnishing in the end. I was debating over a knife would have been better or just shredding this cucumber because it wasn't as thin as I would have wanted it.
Why do I feel like I didn't cut it as cute like the pictures? I need to check what I'm doing. I want Oreos. Oh
now we're gonna chop up the mushrooms. I felt like I chopped them a little bit too small because mushrooms, they do shrink like crazy when you start cooking them.
But I did it. It's starting to smell kind of strong.
Now we'll be chopping up the cabbage. The recipe was very specific about it being 8 ounces, so I did have to weigh it. And now I'm just dicing up the pieces. In a small pot, cook 6 tablespoons of pre-made black bean sauce in 2 tablespoons of oil. Originally, I planned on using a smaller pot, but I completely forgot and used this huge one. It's like literally right next to this large pot. But let's pretend this is a small pot right now. We're also gonna sweeten it with a tablespoon of brown sugar. You can also use white sugar if that's what you have. 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. We're gonna fry this on medium heat for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna remove it from here and set it aside to the smaller pot I intended to put it in, but you could just put it in another bowl. In a clean big pot, we were gonna cook the meat and vegetables. In the pot, add in 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm adding in 1 pound of the cubed pork. These pieces of pork, they're like way huge. You can cut it in smaller pieces, but I was just really lazy and didn't want to cut the already diced pork. But it's up to you how monstrous you want your pork pieces to be. Cook this until it's no longer pink. We're adding in 1 tablespoon of soy sauce halfway through the cooking process and just stirring it occasionally. The minimum temperature of pork must be 145 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going around there and then some with my thermometer. Add in 1 chopped large onions, exactly 7 pieces of chopped mushrooms. We're gonna cook this all together until the vegetables have softened. And just stir fry it very occasionally.
I feel like I'm cooking real food right now.
Add in the chopped zucchini. I added in 1 zucchini, but feel free to add in more if you'd like. Add in 8 ounces of cabbage, chopped. Cook this until the veggies become soft. I would have preferred to have had more veggies in my noodles. I felt like I could have used it a lot more, but it's all up to you. We're gonna cook the noodles now. I already have boiling water set aside and I'm adding it to a pot. We're gonna cook the noodles according to the package on the noodles. So basically you just flush out all the flour that's on the noodles, and then once the water boils you add in the noodles. Just add in 1 tablespoon of oil so it doesn't stick together, and stir it a little bit just so you keep it moving, and every now and then just stir it. We're cooking this for 3 to 5 minutes and we just drain the water. Now all there's left to do is to combine the sauce and the veggies together, and it will complete the Jajangmyeon Jajangmyeon noodles. Add in 1 cup of chicken broth, let it boil, and allow it to cook for another 3 to 4 minutes. Now we're adding in the 1 tablespoon of cornstarch dissolved in 1/4 of a cup of chicken soup. Cook this until the sauce thickens for a little bit. I'm going to taste the sauce and see if it needs any more seasoning. I like my savory food a little bit more on the sweeter side, so I'm adding 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. This sauce is perfect and the flavors were amazing. For this video, I actually never had black bean meat. The final step is just combining the sauce and the noodles together and garnishing it with cucumbers. I think cucumbers were a great addition, and off camera I just ate a whole cucumber along with the noodles. Before this video, I actually never had black bean noodles, so I didn't really know what to expect. I just know when I'm watching Korean dramas, they're always enthusiastically chowing down on these noodles, and I wanted to feel what they were feeling, that passion, while eating noodles and all. Now I can say that I can completely relate to it, and these noodles are so good as they're making it look like it is, and I think I can see myself making these pretty regularly. If you never tried these noodles, I totally recommend you do. It's totally worth the effort in making these. Be sure to stir the noodles well before eating it. Don't mind my fat, meaty pork pieces, that's just how I like them. But this can pose as a choking hazard, so if you want to cut it in smaller pieces, you probably should. Since this was a live stream on Twitch, I did have a mukbang on the noodles. If you guys are interested in watching me cook my YouTube videos live, or just to hang out in general, be sure to visit me on Twitch at Kimmy Cups. I'll put the links down below. I try to stream around 6 p.m.
Really
Pacific
good.
Standard Time. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm like super stuffed and falling asleep. But thank you for stopping by, watching my cooking stream. I had a lot of fun today. I'm sorry if the mukbang was awkward. I usually eat like in the dark alone in my room where no one could see me. And I have very bad table manners. Alright, bye guys!